尊敬的各位来宾、各位媒体的朋友们，大家下午好。
Hello everyone, thank you for coming today.
欢迎大家来到我们今天的轻喜剧《小心肝儿》华文媒体新闻发布会。
And we would like to welcome everyone to our press conference on Love Your Liver, the Hep B play.
我们今天非常荣幸的有很多的嘉宾来支持我们。我们有我们高家华的州议员 Chris Means 先生。
We're very honored to have so many VIP guests today. First of all, we have Mr. Chris Means.
我们乔治河市市长 Kevin Green 先生。
And the Mayor of Georges River Council, Kevin Green.
然后新州肝炎协会总裁 Stuart Loveday 先生。
The CEO of Hepatitis New South Wales, Mr. Stuart Loveday.
然后新州卫生部的肝炎病副教授 Amanda Zachary 女士。
Associate Professor Amanda Zachary from the South Eastern Sydney Local Health District.
同时还有我们也非常荣幸的有我们的活动的协办方华人服务社的 Maria 执行总经理女士。
The Chief Operations Officer from the Chinese Association Services Society.
同时我们今天还有我们的这个演出团队的代表陈杰先生。
And we also have Mr. Jackie Chang, who is from the Australian Arts Assembly.
同样，我们今天还有在座的这么多华文的媒体朋友，在此对大家的到来表示感谢。
And we'd also like to thank all our media friends for coming here today.
首先，我们请我们的州议员 Chris Means 先生给大家致辞。
First of all, we would like to invite Mr. Chris Means, who is a member of Parliament, to speak to us today.
Well, thank you very much. It's a real privilege to be here to speak to members of the Chinese Australian media about this incredibly important issue and really raise awareness in the Chinese Australian community. We have representatives from the Area Health Service, from our council, our mayor, the first mayor of Georges River Council, Kevin Green, Hepatitis New South Wales, and our good friends at CAS. And we are all here to talk about this great production and also raise awareness in the Chinese Australian community about hepatitis B. Which has disproportionately high rates in the Chinese community, and to the extent that we can raise awareness and even positively affect the quality of life of even one or two local residents, it's definitely worthwhile. And it's a real privilege to be here and be part of it. So thank you very much for coming.
我们这一次小心肝儿轻喜剧活动同样也得到了乔治河市市政府的大力的支持，所以我们今天也非常荣幸能够请到乔治河市的市长 Kevin Green 先生。下面请 Kevin Green 先生给我们大家致辞。
Thank you very much, James. Just on behalf of Council, I'd like to firstly thank all our distinguished guests for joining us today for what is a very important announcement. And certainly Georges River Council is pleased to be able to provide our venue for this production that will take place on Saturday the 21st of April. And as a council, we obviously want to see our community given a wide variety of opportunities to learn, whether it be in health or in any other aspect of community life. And certainly there is no more important message than the health message. And that's why our council is so pleased to be able to provide this venue. And most importantly, we're pleased that so many groups have come together. As you say, we'll hear from the Associate Professor, we'll also hear from Stuart. These are the medical experts. We're just involved from a community perspective, but might I say, we deem it an honour to have the opportunity to share in this important health message, which with such esteemed people, and certainly whatever we can do. And to Stuart and Associate Professor, we say we're here to offer our support, because health messages, whether they be for the young or the old, are always something we need to get out there. Finally, might I say, isn't it fantastic that we're able to provide an important message in a setting that's not so intimidating. By that I mean by having an educational comedy which has a deeper important message. Hopefully we're able to get that message across even better. So congratulations to all involved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Green. Now we would like to invite Mr. Loveday from Hepatitis New South Wales to speak.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land we're meeting on today, and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present. My name is Stuart Loveday. I'm the CEO of Hepatitis New South Wales, and I'm very proud, on behalf of Hepatitis New South Wales and the community, to present this play, which is produced in partnership with our long-term partner, the Chinese Australian Services Society, or CAS, and the Australian Arts Assembly, or AAA. The play is a result of a hepatitis B grant for the Chinese community, and that comes from a community grant under Hepatitis New South Wales Hepatitis B Community Education Project, administered by Hepatitis Australia and funded, and we thank them, by the Australian Government, Department of Health under the BBV, bloodborne viruses and STIs program. It was also partially sponsored by Southeastern Sydney LHD, and Mayor, we thank your council for providing the venue. Hepatitis B and the Chinese community. The Chinese community in Australia is a priority population for hepatitis B. Globally, between 8 and 10% of Chinese people are living with chronic or ongoing hepatitis B. So, to improve the overall well-being of Chinese Australians, we aim to increase hepatitis B testing, diagnosis, treatment, and vaccination in the community. So what's the play about? The play, to achieve this goal of increasing all those things in Hep B, we educate the Chinese community about hepatitis B in a straightforward and effective manner. Last year, when we showed a shorter version of the play in Ashfield, many audience members said they had learnt a lot and requested to have this sort of education event in the future. Hence our decision to further develop the play and present it to a larger audience this year. Now, we will be showing the play in Hurstville at the Marana Auditorium on Saturday, the 21st of April at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, we chose to show the production in Hurstville because it has a very large Chinese community, and this area therefore has very high hepatitis B representation. On average, there are 350 hepatitis B notifications per year in this local health district. And people born in China represent 23% of those notifications. Also, Hurstville has one of the highest notification rates in the district. So to add to this, there's going to be a testing day, a special testing day. Thanks to Southeastern Sydney Local Health District, we will also be offering a free hepatitis B testing day on Thursday, 26th of April, at the Oatley Community Hall. Now, this will include free hepatitis B blood test and free FibroScan test. That's a test that measures if the liver is badly damaged or not. Those who are interested in free testing will need to attend the play and register their interest then. So please remember that the only way to diagnose hepatitis B is by doing a hepatitis B blood test. So we strongly encourage everyone who is unsure of their hepatitis B status to receive Hep B testing from their doctor or from a health centre. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Loveday. I would now like to invite Associate Professor Amani Zachary to speak to us.
Thank you very much. I'm here on behalf of Southeastern Sydney and also as a clinician who's involved in treating hepatitis in our district. I'd like to thank Hepatitis Australia for actually providing the opportunity to do this play and the Council for providing the venue for it. And of course, for politicians to be engaged and interested in this is very exciting for a clinician, as you know, so thank you very much. And also, for me, it's an opportunity perhaps to give a clinical flavor to the importance of this play, and it echoes what Stuart Loveday had just said. Hepatitis B, the Chinese population, is a big issue. And some of you would know that there was a publication from Australia that showed that death from liver cancer in this context is disproportionately high among Chinese in the Australian population. So it's an important fact to know that in southeastern Sydney there is at least 10,000 people who have hepatitis B, and more are still undiagnosed. So I would encourage people to take the test that allow them to know about their hepatitis B status, because in a proportion, and it's actually a significant proportion of people when left untreated will get liver cancer and will get liver damage, which may require intervention with a liver transplant. So it's important also to recognize that hepatitis B is completely preventable by vaccination. So it's a disease which potentially can be eliminated by vaccination. We have a vaccination for hepatitis B, unlike hepatitis C. And even if it has been acquired, we have treatment that can stop people progressing into complications such as liver cancer and so forth. There is a stigma associated with hepatitis B, which I'm hoping this play would address. And we are very active in our district and in Australia generally in addressing the stigma associated with hepatitis B and in the community. And as a clinician, I see this stigma stopping people presenting earlier. And if we actually try as a group and work together in addressing the stigma and eliminating it in the society or the community, we would have more people coming forward for presentation and for clinical advice that would stop complications that we see in young people as young as 30 and 40 with liver cancer in the context of Hep B. So please encourage the community, and again, on behalf of Southeastern Sydney, we're very proud to be part of this initiative, and we're very happy to provide testing for hepatitis B, testing for liver via a mobile machine, whether there's a liver scarring or not. It takes about 5 minutes. And accordingly, you can give advice on forward plan. And if anyone would require clinical advice, please let us know. We have a clinic which just serves the community, and we'll be more than happy to be at your service. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Associate Professor Zachary. I would like now to invite Ms. Cheng from CAS to speak to us.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we gathered on today and pay my respects to the elders past and present. CAS has been working with Hepatitis NSW to promote the awareness of hepatitis B in the Chinese community for many years already. And through greater awareness and by encouraging the community to discuss these issues, we can definitely help to address the epidemic. And however, one big issue, as I have said, is that the big barrier to the work is the stigma. And the stigma on people who is living with hepatitis B and also their families. People are afraid that if they find that they are hepatitis B carriers, they may be rejected by others. Thus, CAS is very delighted to work with Hepatitis NSW and also the Australian Arts Assembly on this play, so that members of the Chinese community will obtain more relevant information without language barrier. And here I hope the play be a success. Thank you. And if you don't mind, I would like to say a few words in Mandarin. 多年来，华人服务社跟这个新州肝炎协会呢，我们在华裔社区已经在大力的推广对肝炎的意思。我们看见这项工作最大的障碍是，那是对乙型肝炎的患者，而且他们的家属的歧视。他们担心，如果他们是乙肝的患者或者是带菌者呢，他们可能会不被社会上其他人接受。所以我们这一次华人服务社是很高兴，与新州肝炎协会，还有就是澳大利亚文化艺术会合作，在通过这个一个很轻松的话剧呢，可以让华裔社区的人士在不受语言障碍之下，可以得到正确的信息。在此，我谨祝这个演出成功，谢谢。
谢谢。Now I'm going to speak in English just for a little bit. I'm going to invite Mr. Jackie Cheng, who is a representative of the Australian Arts Assembly, to speak to us today. I'm going to be translating for him, so I'm going to speak in Mandarin from now on. 我现在就要邀请陈杰爱老师来代表澳洲文化议会来跟我们说几句话，谢谢。
作为一名海外华人，尤其呢，曾经是从事文艺工作的海外华人，在悉尼带领着这个艺术团队，能参加新州感恩协会这样一个非常有意义的活动，我们感到非常的荣幸。
As a Chinese person living abroad in Australia, and as someone who has worked in the arts industry in the past, I feel very honoured to be working with Hepatitis New South Wales to be decreasing the stigma of Hepatitis B in the Chinese community.
非常感谢感恩协会的给予这个平台，也非常感谢乔治河的市政府和州议员的大力支持。
I'm very thankful to Hepatitis New South Wales for offering us this platform to promote Hepatitis B awareness in the Chinese community, and I'm also very thankful to Georges River Council for your support in this activity.
我代表我们团队一定把这场活动、把这场节目良好，尽我们所能，尽力把它完成好。谢谢。
As a representative of the Australian Arts Assembly, I will try my hardest along with my colleagues to fulfil the expectations that we have set for ourselves. Thank you. Thank you very much for speaking with us today. If anyone has any questions, 如果记者们有些问题的话，就可以现在提了。谢谢。Do we have any questions?
问一下咱那个能不能透露一下咱们那个喜剧里面是一个怎么样的一个内容，或者说是一个怎么样的一个形式
Could you just give us a brief introduction about this comedy show?
对，先介绍一下看点吧。今年这个 Hopeville 这场演出跟上次首场在 Hopeville 演出不同的是，我们扩大了阵容。主要从宣传上讲，那个刚才这个华人服务社代表已经说了，我们去年演完之后呢，多少让在华人社区里多少有一点恐惧感。今年这场呢加了第二幕，让人轻松，也就是说看点唯一的看点，我希望宣传的是第二幕的戏里有吻戏 ，kiss， 因为吻戏说明了一点，就是说接吻不传染。
谢谢陈杰老师。Now we would like to close our activity today. Very special thank you to Chris Minns MP as well as Kevin Green, Mayor of Georges River Council, for coming to this event, and we hope that you will come as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.